A lot of you motherfuckers that are hustlers, that's cool, no offense. You're listening to other hustlers on YouTube. I need to be able to be the guy that takes people from hustle to boss. We're looking at a multi-8-figure revenue year inside Capital Club and all the ventures that Capital Club has. And my CEO is somebody by the name of Steve, right? Steve is a 9-figure e-commerce entrepreneur that understands how to build, scale, and sustain scalability inside organizations, right? So he's had multi-thousand employees, whatever. The first problem and challenge you need to solve when you become a boss is the question that you need to ask yourself. How do I make my team more money? My goal is to make sure that the people that are on my ship are nurtured, provided for, and taken care of at a big level. Dude, if the task generates less than $500 an hour, I will not fucking touch it. I will not touch it. I will hire somebody and spend a week hiring somebody. Why? Because the week that I spend hiring and training that person in 3 years will save me countless of weeks of work. So I'll do the upfront work. I'll train my people, like you said. I'll make sure each person is positioned on the ship, making sure that they each know their role. They understand that it doesn't matter if you're mopping the fucking deck or if you're running the captain or whatever it is, the little steering thingy. What is that called? What's the little fucking steering thing that the boats have? I'm not really sure.
I don't know, but the wheel. Let's just call it the wheel.
Let's call it the steering wheel. Is it the steering wheel? I thought that was only for cars. Regardless, let's call it a steering wheel because it doesn't really matter.
People get it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter the position that you hold within. I want to look it up. Hang on. I want to look it up because it kind of pisses me off. Ship's wheel. Anyways, so back to the point. Let me get back to the point. Hang on, I gotta find you. Okay, back to the point. So it doesn't matter what your position is on this boat, the ship that you're creating with your entire squad, as long as everybody understands that there's a destination, and then unless you do your job, we don't get there. Right? So your job is just as important as mine. We're just in different positions. The destination is the same. And how do you build that team? It's by becoming a boss. It's how you move. It's how you operate. It's how you educate yourself. Is who you listen to. A lot of you motherfuckers that are hustlers, that's cool. No offense. You're listening to other hustlers on YouTube. When was the last time you literally sat down and just listened to just interviews of billionaires that did multi-billion dollar exits? All of them over the last 50 years. No, you haven't done it because you're not a boss. You don't think that way. I do. That's why the information that I have is different than the information that you have. But you can have that information because I've already given you kind of that resource. So focus on the information, focus on who you are, become a boss. That's the first part. The second part, because in the process of becoming a boss, you need a team. The first step is to find an operator. You need somebody that operates your business for you. So in the operation of your business, if you want to scale outside of it and build your garden and an ecosystem that attracts money, you're going to have to be playing multiple lanes. You're not going to be able to focus on that CEO day-to-day position on a boss mode. Bring in an operator, bring in somebody that can manage your business on a regular basis, whether it's through operations, PM, or CEO. Depending on where you're on your level, you need to be able to play somebody. So for example, we have Capital Club, which is my organization. It's an organization I founded in 2019. Which is my objective is to build the largest decentralized entrepreneurial network in the world. I want to be the place where entrepreneurs, doesn't matter if you run your community, this person runs their community, this person has their ship, everybody comes to the dock and everybody meets at the dock. And then everybody goes on their side quest, everybody goes to their fucking island, everybody goes on their treasure map quest, but everybody comes back to the dock. And what is the dock? Capital Club. This is where we all come back together. We recalibrate before we go back out. That's the purpose and the objective of Capital Club. Right now, it's a club membership that I've mentioned it to you. It's private, right? But I think I want to mainstream this because if the entire perspective is the largest decentralized entrepreneurial network, I need to be able to be the guy that takes people from hustle to boss. So you need to be able to consume that boss content, ladies and gentlemen. It's extremely fucking important. And I'm in that transition. Of course, I'm already there. But back to the point, I've assigned a CEO in my organization. So I won't give you the projection on the phone here, but I'll give them to you privately. Sure. We're looking at a multi-8-figure kind of revenue year inside Capital Club and all the ventures that Capital Club has. And my CEO is somebody by the name of Steve, right? Steve is a 9-figure e-commerce entrepreneur that understands how to build, scale, and sustain scalability inside organizations, right? So he's had multi-thousand employees, whatever. And that's the objective inside Capital Club. So you need to place an operator that knows to do the things that you don't know how to do or that can do what you do better.
Right.
But just whether it's an operator or an employee, your first dilemma The first problem and challenge you need to solve when you become a boss is the question that you need to ask yourself. And it's the following question. How do I make my team more money? How do I make sure my team gets rich? Like that is my goal as a boss. My goal is to make sure that the people that are on my ship are nurtured, provided for, and taken care of at a big level, to whereby when they arrive to the destination, they're not hungry, jealous, and ready to throw a mutiny, right? So you take care of your people. You take care of your people by first making sure that the operations are taken care so that you can step out and become a boss. 2 is by thinking about your staff and your people before you think about yourself. So a lot of these guys that are out here that have VAs, that hire staff, it's all about how can I use this human resource for my pleasure, for my goals, for my objectives.
People brag about paying $5 an hour. I'm like, that is not a flex, man.